Coming up on I'm Not Judging But Today.
Come on. Two.
How many numbers? Two.
Basically, what this is turning into is Charles top five. Why are we doing research into that when we don't have enough effing research about women's health? Like, seriously, there's more research into male pattern baldness than endometriosis. Why are we doing this? The girl was trying something on and looking in the mirror, and the mum said, "Oh, I don't like what you've put on here. You look very tarty." And I was like, she was like, "It's just very tarty, isn't it? Look at it. You look very tarty." And I was like, oh. Hey, gorgeous girls, how are you? How you doing?
Good.
Oh, it's just so nice to see your faces.
Oh,
we were
it's nice
so
to see
busy.
your
We didn't
faces.
get to actually see each other, but it's lovely to see you now.
Well, I'm coming to you live from Manchester.
How are you?
Bit of a change of scenery.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm on morning live tomorrow morning at the arse crack of dawn. So I am already in Manchester, ready to get an early night and wake up at 4 a.m.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Get my face on. How was half term? Tell me everything. Vix, how was it? How was it?
I mean, it was lovely, and I feel a little bit smug because I went away, didn't I, to my dad's for 4 nights up in Suffolk. So I basically was like just reading and in the sunshine and not doing anything. And then I came home and had lovely reunion with the kids for a day, and then I was in work. So it's all been a bit higgledy-piggledy, really. They've had a lovely time here, there and everywhere. So, yeah, no, it was really nice.
How
and we had a lovely weekend. Basil and Lazar, they were great. And our Jen, it was just so lovely. And it looked so, it's so beautiful there. It's just lovely countryside. And I got up and walked every day, and then just did my word search and actually read a book. When you've got nothing else going on in your mind, I haven't been able to concentrate on reading for a really long time, and I got to finish the book that I've been reading for about a year. So I was like, yes, and start another one. So hooray!
How about you, Charlie? How was your half term?
It was good. I went to Bluestone for the bank holes.
Oh, nice.
That was so nice because we had the lovely weather and we were on the beach, which was beautiful,
Nice.
Tempe Beach. And then, we were Bluestone with 3 other families. So it was just lots of fun. Best time. Yeah, it was lovely. And then back for half term and just juggling work and mumming.
Yeah. Well done, you.
How about you, Brian?
And being really hot.
Yeah.
Been really hot, yeah.
Because, girls, it was hot, mind.
It was hot, yeah. I was in a safari lodge in Pembrokeshire, which was actually incredibly fun. And we just had such a lovely week. It was me, Steve, Nora, and my niece Pippa, who's a few months older than Nora. And it was hot, the safari tent, which had no air. There are no fans or anything. But to be fair, we weren't doing anything, so it was fine. Do you know what I mean? It was I'm just going to lie down because I can. And like you said, Vix, read a book because that's all I can do. And there's no signal and the kids just run off and play in the hay barn. It's this is what Little House on the Prairie life would be like. You know?
Oh my God, it would, yes.
Well, it's all right, girls, because now we've just got the longest half term ever to get to the summer holidays.
Oh my God, it's a real long slog, isn't it? This one.
It's going to be fine.
Countdown.
Diddle-any.
I know, but it is
We've
long.
got this.
We've got
Go
this.
team.
Yeah.
And it's
team.
the last bit where you're doing sports day, come in and see that art day,
God, yeah.
do an induction day to secondary school day, have all the annual leave ever, and then you'll have 6 weeks where you'll have to find all the annual leave ever day.
Yeah. And here's a kit list and another kit list and another kit list.
Yeah. Prim said to me the other day, she was singing that song, REM and shiny happy people. I was like, oh my God, she knew all the words. And I was like, oh my God, how do you know that song? And she went, we had a singing assembly, babes. And then just gave me a look and I went, I missed it, didn't I? And she was like, yeah, babes.
You should have been on the WhatsApp, you see. Yeah.
I was like, damn it. And I'd actually put it in my diary. They changed the date. I put it in my diary and then I still missed it. For God's sake.
Babes. It's the babes for me.
Babes.
Iconic.
We got singing assembly babes.
Some of the biggest news is that Boyzone's farewell shows are happening this weekend. They're doing 2 nights, Friday and Saturday night at the Emirates Stadium in London.
Cool.
On Saturday night, which is when I'm going, they've got Bewitched supporting them.
Love
That's
that.
gonna be
And
fantastic.
so good. And then Friday, they've got S Club 7. I mean, it's literally
my
like
God.
Dreaming.
Yeah.
90s, noughties nostalgia.
Yeah.
Absolute dream. Oh my God, I literally cannot wait.
Yeah.
I need to re-listen to all the albums because, like,
Yes.
obviously I know all the songs, but then you're like, but what if I forget the lyrics?
Get a word wrong.
What? Yeah. But it's just basically just going to be just so many millennial
Oh, yeah.
women.
Oh, it's going to be
being like,
wicked.
It's going to bring back
the
your childhood.
key to my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like listening to their music, it makes you realise like all of their songs are like not just sung in an Irish accent, but like sung in a Ronan accent, you know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yes.
so like obviously Ronan Keating.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. But also I find when I'm doing a Ronan Keating impression, I often slip into Cher.
Oh.
Very easily
You
done.
know,
I
like
can
you're the
see.
key to my life. You know, there's a fine line. There's a fine line.
Does anyone get that? You know, it's like the Will and Grace.
Yeah.
Jack
Will and Grace.
from Will and Grace. Tattoo.
Love that.
So we're going to play a quick game in
Lush.
honour of Boyzone's comeback tour. Very
Yes.
excited. We're going to rate the boy band. Okay. Now, I've got 10 boy bands in front of me, but we're only going to do our top 5, but you guys have to blind rate them. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you what's coming. I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm going to give you. So, for
Okay.
example, if I said Westlife, you would have to put them from 1 to 5. So if you said number 3, they have to stay at number
taken.
3. You can't move them then. But then if I gave you New Kids on the Block and you wanted them, actually, I wanted them to be up. You can't move them.
Okay.
Okay, so it's set in stone. And you don't know what's coming, so the pressure's on.
I'm excited.
Do we understand the game?
We
'Cause
understand
I
the
didn't
game.
explain it very well.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here we go. Okay, so from 1 to 5, rate, take that. You and Vix have to agree on it as well.
Right.
Oh.
Charlotte.
Right. I'm saying 4.
That's very low. Did you not
Hey.
say 3? Fine, 4. That's fine.
No, if you think
She's not happy about it.
You wait until we get to New Kids on the Block.
I loved a bit of Take That. See, now this is going to show our
The age gap.
yeah, because New Kids on the Blocks go
Right,
down,
are they?
babes.
Okay. But they might not come up. They might not come
might
up.
not come
I'm only
up.
giving you 5.
Oh.
5.
Right, go on, go 4.
Okay.
Take that 4.
Take that number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Blue.
I'd say 3 or 5. 3
Yeah,
or 5.
5.
I don't think there were.
5.
Yeah, 5.
I can see in Charles' face. She was going for 5. 5.
5.
Okay, so take that number 4. Blue at number 5. Okay.
I'm saving the top spots here, Bri.
I know you are.
Don't
I
you
can
let
feel
me
it.
down.
NSYNC.
Oh, come on. 2.
How many numbers is that left?
2.
Basically,
Two.
what this is turning into is Charles top 5.
That's because I'm like, that's what it is. And Vicky, you'll always be the lovely one that will go, okay.
But also, boy bands are your thing.
Yeah, if this was
Oh,
house
amazing.
Like the
music,
experts.
you would be fighting, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
like 2, yeah, right, 2.
So what was that? Sorry, 2.
2.
So NSYNC are at number 2. Take that number 4. Blue at number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
1.
Well, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Got to be in it. Although
got
what
to
she
be.
You
says
don't
the
know what's
Backstreet
coming,
Boys.
But what's
What she says
coming,
the
what she says
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
Look at her
Boys.
face.
Oh, God.
What she says the Backstreet
She's
Boys.
going to do it, isn't she? What are we going to do?
And
She
like back-
will.
Right.
Jojo said she will. She's
We're gonna have to put 5
Okay.
at 3.
5 at 3.
I love you, Scott. I'm sorry.
Kill Briony off.
Okay, so what have we got? So we've got number 2 is NSYNC.
Yeah.
Number 3 is 5. Number 4 is Take That. And number 5
Is
I've lost
Blue.
the numbers. 5 is Blue. Okay, so that means your number 1 is going to be the Backstreet Boys.
I knew they've got to be there somewhere, right?
I was so tempted to be like, Boys to Men.
Hey, that would still be up there. I love Boys to Men.
Boyzone, obviously Boyzone are in the top 5, but I was only going to give you 5 out of the 10 because I'm not saying these are the top 5 boy bands. I'm just saying I wanted you to blind rank them.
Random
Boyzone
rating.
are in their own league. Do you know
They
what I
are in their own league.
They're in their own
Special.
league. Well done, girls. I enjoyed that a lot.
When I was younger. Loved Boyzone.
Boyzone.
Yeah,
I did.
I loved Stephen Gately so
You
much.
really loved Stephen Gately, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him
lovely.
so much. Like,
I was Team Ronan.
I'm also really enjoying our producer Jojo's comments here. He's the loveliest man ever. Beautiful arms.
Beautiful arms.
Yeah,
beautiful arms.
couldn't agree
guy.
more. So I will have to report back on Boyzone's performance next week. Let's be honest, it's going to be
wait.
epic. And let you know if they jump up our very own I'm Not Judging But boy band charts. We're just going to whack the Backstreet Boys out of there and then whack Boyzone in. Let's see what happens. And over half term, seeing as we weren't in the school playground, I had my ear to the ground elsewhere. I overheard something in a changing room. So I'll be sharing that a bit later.
Oh.
Nobody's safe anywhere.
Literally nowhere.
Nowhere.
And with all this sun we've been having, we're going to be giving you our book recommendations for adults and for kids for summertime reading.
You're at Lush. Plus, we received an email from somebody looking for our unqualified advice about not being able to poo-poo in public.
Do we think that's the child or the grown-up? I'm not
Equally
sure.
troublesome.
No.
Equally
We shall
troublesome.
find out.
We shall find out. Fingers crossed for the child. Now it's time for In the News, where we unpack the stories shaping modern parenting, from learning how to block TV shows on your kids' Netflix login. I can show you later. I can't show anybody later. I don't know how to do that.
You will be.
I'll ask. I'll tell you what, Steve can show us later,
Yeah,
or
well,
Jojo
Steve.
can show us later.
Nice.
To understanding Gen Alpha's extensive vocabulary, genuinely.
Okay.
Okay, last week I saw an article about dad brain and immediately was filled with rage, but stay with me. We've known that having a child changes women's brains, but now research is finding it changes men's brains too, because we can't have anything.
Just can't have something on our own.
Can't have any.
No.
The research suggests fathers experience measurable brain changes linked to empathy, attention, caregiving, and bonding, while also facing increased stress and mental health challenges when they're deeply involved parents. And guess what? Researchers call this transition patrescence. We talked about matrescence, haven't we? The male counterpart to that, which is a transformation that women undergo in motherhood. Now, I'm not judging, but I get it. It's hard for dads too. But can you just let us have this, please? Mum brain.
Yeah.
Dad brain doesn't roll off the tongue, right? And another thing, right? And we slightly mentioned this beforehand. Vix, you made a very good point. Why are we doing research into that when we don't have enough effing research about women's health? Like, seriously, there's more research into male pattern baldness than endometriosis. Why are we doing this?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, has anyone else got a slightly more neutral opinion?
I think.
No, I mean.
Sorry, no, you go, Vex.
No,
Sorry.
you go.
You
Charlotte.
go.
No, go.
You
No,
go.
please go. No, you're always really good at this.
No,
you go.
you go.
No, I've already forgotten what I was going to
Right,
say.
Vicky go. Vicky
go.
go.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Get my teacher. I'm
was the question?
teachering. Dad brain.
You said,
she's got
I
mum.
think.
She's got
Go.
she's got mum brain.
I think that it's a very good point when what you said, Bright, about for the men that are really fully involved. And like Matt is an incredible dad, like incredible. And I know that the same things that affect me, like worry, empathy, guilt, he definitely feels. So like, yeah, they definitely, I think dads who, or the not the primary caregiver, do still have some of the same kind of mental load and change that happens when you have children, 100%. But I do feel like the mother load is a real thing. Like they just do not think and have the same things going around in their head. And there's so much like that we are organising while we're doing everything else and trying to remember while juggling everything and trying to look after ourselves in the same breath. So I don't feel like they have it the same.
Bravo. That was so eloquently said.
I think that it's the mental load. And I think, like, be it a woman, be it a man, I think it's the primary caregiver that takes that mental load on. Also, just speaking from my own personal experience, you're not just looking after the children, you're also project managing your house. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing, like, the school admin, the club admin, if they like netball, if they like football, the school emails that come around, the WhatsApp messages for, like, is it PE day? You know, we were just saying about the camp itinerary as well, like the things that you've got to get ready for school trips, the packed lunches, the laying out the uniform, the laundry loads that you've got to do, you know, all of these things just whirl around in your mind, the food shop to make sure that you've got all of the food in for the kid, you know, just all of that. And then their thoughts, feelings and emotions for what they're going through, the worries that they talk to you about, that what you take on, you know, the empathy that you give. And then you're kind of a little bit so stressed with all of that that you forget to look after yourself. And you do. And we've all got really supportive husbands. We're very lucky in that respect. You know, Gareth completely pulls his weight in all the things that I've just mentioned. But I definitely am the admin person. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very much the go-to admin person, and it just takes its toll. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the research suggests that the more involved a dad is, the more his brain changes, which I think is really interesting. And I do, on a positive note, so I'm not being negative, Natalie, I do love the fact that, you know, it's linked to more empathy and attention, caregiving, all of that. It's all just very, you know, and you can see that because, you know, when they become fathers, you know, if they're going to be heavily involved, you know, you do have to give up a lot, be less selfish, pay more attention to other people, especially your child. So yeah, I kind of maybe just wish they wouldn't use that term. Maybe use another term for it. Just, you know, being a dad.
Like, that's what you should be doing, you know, because we're all working too. So, like, the traditional setup of, you know, like, probably our grandparents' generation, where, you know, going out to work was one person, be it the man or the woman, and then the other person was to stay at home. Now, with the cost of living and all of that, a lot of families, both parents work. So if both parents are working, you're both really doing a lot of the housework, doing a lot of the childcare, doing a lot of that as well. So it's shared responsibilities, isn't it? So naturally that will happen because there will be more on board because you're also, you know, you're doing everything together, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think, you know, and just to throw another spanner in the works in terms of, like, trying to make it a little bit more balanced is that, you know, the whole mental health side of things, you know, do you think there's enough space for men to talk about it if they are struggling?
No, I don't. No, I don't at all. And I don't think they talk to each other enough about it because it probably it's still kind of, you know, what do you call it when you like, it's the same with us when we look at people on Instagram and we kind of still think that it's been indoctrinated in us that we've got to look a certain way, and it's for men, they've got to behave like a certain way and be like the strong one that's the provider. And even if you're like our men that are quite, you know, kind of, they've got a good balance, I think, but it still must be in their brains that, oh, but I've got to be strong and I've just got to keep going. And actually no, and they don't talk to, like I say, each other enough about it, because I mean that's what's wonderful about women's relationships is that we will just go, look, this is happening, I feel like this, and then by the end of it you could be like, oh no, it's just been absolutely ridiculous, but it was really nice just to talk about it, you know. Or it might be something serious and you end up with like some kind of, you know, just lift and help from your friends. I don't think there is a space for them, like, you know, to be able to really kind of talk about it.
I agree. Yeah. No, I do.
Well, we're very lucky we have supportive partners.
Yes.
And I hope that if Steve was ever struggling, that he felt comfortable to come to me and say, hey, I need some help. And I wouldn't just shout at him and go, can't I just have this one thing?
Yeah, I know. But it's really hard as well when you're both like, we've had periods recently where we've both been so stressed and so overwhelmed. And we had to sit down a few weeks ago and go, right, we're both really struggling. And it's hard when you're both really struggling to see each other's perspective. And then that creates like, you know, I'm not going to lie, it creates a bit of angst between us. And then you have to kind of sit down and reset and go, well, this is how I see this, and maybe if we change this and work together, and you know, but you've got to be able to do that with your partner. You have to, you know.
I saw this great interview with Michelle Obama, icon, queen, such a queen, that, you know, she's sort of said that she's been asked in the past, you know, is your relationship with Barack 50-50? She's like, no relationship will ever be 50-50 or should be 50-50. She's like, it should be that if one person in the relationship can only cope with 20% at that point, the other person is giving 80% to make up for it, and vice versa. And sometimes you will balance out in the middle, but like, you know, it should be a give and a take. And I was like, I really like that. That
I love
kind
that
of analogy, that sort of opinion of it, because it just sort of it sort of shows that partnership and that balance.
Sorry, I'm at 20% today.
Yeah,
you've got to do the 80.
The problem is, I'm at like 30%
all of the time,
most of the time. Yeah,
I'm like, I'm like 30% most of the time.
Yeah. Steve, I'm going to need you to carry it again. Now it's time for Overheard in the playground, but this week it's Overheard in the changing room. Because this week I overheard something that actually I found quite distressing, right?
Oh.
Sorry, it's not a funny one, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
So I was in the changing rooms up at the Mall, and I was on my own in the changing rooms, but I could hear there was a mother and daughter in the changing rooms next door. The girl was about sort of similar to Nora's age, about 10, 11.
Okay.
And I could hear them, and the girl was trying something on and looking in the mirror, and the mum said, oh, I don't like what you've put on here. You look very tarty. And I was like, she was like, it's just very tarty, isn't it? Look at it. You look very tarty. And I was like, oh. And then she went, and also, I don't, and the mum said, oh, and also, the way that you're looking in the mirror is very self-involved.
No.
The way that you're looking at yourself is so self-involved. And I was literally just stood in this changing room, and I thought, you cannot speak to a young woman that age like that, because she's like a sponge, just going to soak it up. And I was just stood in the changing rooms just feeling really sad for that girl, because I thought,
that's
like hearing just the way that...
That's what she's going to tell herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's what she'll tell herself when she's looking in the mirror. I just
and her
look like
mum's
a
just
tart.
projecting. Yeah, that is just
tarty.
awful.
Like, I'm not being funny, but if like one of yours was in the changing room and they put on something that you felt was inappropriate, you wouldn't then say, oh, you look tarty.
No.
Like, you'd be like, oh, maybe that's not quite appropriate.
Where would you wear that? Love Island?
This exact thing happened to me recently with Megs. This exact thing happened to me. Yeah. So she was trying on clothes, and love her. I mean, you know, she's only young, but she started to get a bit more of a figure. Okay. So, you know, they're developing and they're looking more young lady. So she's looking more of a young lady. And it's scary, isn't it? Because their minds are still young, but their bodies are changing. And she tried on some clothes, and, you know, it just looks different because it's more revealing than you would probably like. So I just said to her, oh, that's showing a lot of skin. You know, that's showing a bit of skin there. But I didn't like put her down. Like, she was like, oh, I know. And we laughed.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I did say, what sport would you play? Because she plays a lot of sport. I was like, oh, how would you play the sport, like your football or something, wearing that? Oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't be comfortable, you know? And then they'll think differently. But I think calling tarty and kind of like saying you look self-involved, that's all just really negative
The self-involved
speak.
bit is just like, that blew my mind to say that to your daughter, because I remember looking in the mirror and being like, oh my God, do you know what? I think I actually could be a model one day.
Yeah.
And
I actually look great.
like having that, I actually look great, and having that like confidence, and I wish that I had always had that confidence, because it went real quick. And for your own mum, it actually makes me feel really choked, because for your own mum to like kind of say that you're self-involved, and like, no, be bloody self-involved. Like, look at yourself and think how wonderful you look, and enjoy that, and may you always feel like that about yourself and your body. And you know,
I always want Nora to look in the mirror and think, yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I look amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, Vicky, it gets bashed out of you as you get older.
Oh, so quickly.
And it's very rare and God bless the people who do look in the mirror and think, yes, good for you. Because I'd love that. So, so more positivity, less of
less of that
lady.
mama.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm not judging, but please don't talk to you know, your young ladies that way, because it'll stay there and she will remember that.
No.
Okay, this season we launched Ask Me Anything, giving our listeners the chance to ask me and the girls anything they like, and we've had loads of great questions. That's been lots of fun, hasn't it, girlies?
Lots of fun.
So much fun. Now we're flipping it with Tell Me Everything, a space to share your favourite books, films, TV shows, events happening, food hacks, parenting tips, whatever you like, for kids or for grown-ups. And we're going to share ours too. So we're going to start with books. I am a big fan of romantasy / smut, as we call it in the world. Fairy smut, sometimes dragon smut. I am actually wearing a t-shirt today which says Baz Gaiath on it, War College. This is from Fourth Wing, which is one of my recommendations. If you want to get into a bit of romantasy, this is the one you want. Fourth Wing is a story about a young girl named Violet. They're always like 19 or 20. And she has to go into a war college. It's obviously set in a fantasy realm because they're at war with other people. And you basically get chosen by a dragon. Well, you either get chosen by a dragon or killed by a dragon. And everyone thinks she's not going to get chosen because they consider her weak. She's got a bit of a sort of technically, I suppose, a disability. Her bones break quite easily. And then there's a hot dragon rider called Xaden Ryerson, who everybody falls in love with. And then he's like really like moody and he's got shadow magic. And then she's got lightning magic, and it's just great. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But like, he's really hot. And then like, she's like, I hate you. And he's like, I hate you too. And then, yeah, let's get it on.
Spoil it for everyone.
Oh, sorry. I mean, it's smart. You know they're going to get it on at some point. But it's just brilliant. There's like 4 books, I think 3 or 4, and I've whizzed through them all and absolutely loved them. They're actually making it into an Amazon Prime series.
Are they?
I literally cannot wait. But I do find that they're just great to escape into and fun. And there's a bit of sex in there, which is a bit of fun.
Great.
So Fourth Wing, I'm totally here for. Charlie, you have actually read A Court of Thorns and Roses now, haven't you?
I have indeed. I'm on the second book at the minute.
Yeah.
So is she human?
Yes.
Isn't she? Because I read the
She's also, I think, 19.
Yeah. So she's human, but then there's like another realm or another kind of place where the non-humans are, I guess, where they've kind of, where they've been cursed. They're under some sort of curse or spell. I won't say any more about that, but basically she ends up going over to that realm and falling in love. Yeah. I can say that.
It's a bit of a It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Yeah,
that's how it started off.
She has to do the tests at the end.
Yeah,
but
now it's entered a whole new world.
Yeah,
no.
Really enjoyed the first book. I felt like a lot of it was setting up ready, and then could not put it down towards like I don't know middle way through. I was like, oh, I just have to read on, and because it's like it's not real life because it is fantasy. I love that. I love that because you can escape. Yeah, love it.
But yeah, have you got, Vix, what recommendations have you got? Tell us.
I have just finished Matt Haig's The Life Impossible, and I just love Matt Haig. It's just all of his books have a like kind of magical or sci-fi, I think you call it, element to it. Maybe not science fiction, but like an element of otherworldliness. And I just, like you guys, I love that escapism. But the way he does it is it almost feels like it could be possible. Do you know what I mean? And because it's all like, you're like, and I think that's the thing with everything that Matt Haig has written and that I've read. Like, there's a wonderful one called The Midnight Library as well. He just fills you with so much like emotion and love, and makes you kind of believe in the magic, and that, like I said, it could really happen. And I think I've never read an author like that before, so I just loved it, and I really enjoyed this one because this is about a woman who is in her 70s. So I'll just read a little bit about it because I don't want to spoil it. There's so much that you could just one little sentence could spoil it for everyone. But when retired teacher Grace Winters is left a rundown house in Ibiza by a long lost friend, curiosity gets the better of her, and she arrives in Ibiza with a one-way ticket, no guidebook, and no plan. And it just goes on from there. And it's magical. It's like, 70-year-old can do anything. She ends up going clubbing and like all of the, and then the ending's just beautiful and really emotional. But yeah, I get lost in it. I get lost in his books. He's amazing.
That sounds
amazing. Brilliant. Thank you, Vicky. And what about you, Charles? Have you got any recommendations other than ACOTAR?
I do. I've got...
Do you work for them?
Yes, I'm actually sponsored by Fairy Smut. I wish.
So I've got some children's book recommendations.
I'll stop talking about smut. Good. Yeah, great.
This is now PG.
Yeah.
In fact, it's universal. So this is Lightning Girl, Alicia Dixon.
Oh.
So both my kids have read this, and she is a normal girl living her best life, and then one day she gets magical powers. And then she realizes, lightning comes out of her hands. And then
so there is a slight connection to the
yeah,
stop bringing it back to ACOTAR,
okay? And then she realizes that her mum also has magical powers. And it's a really cool book because it's a bit superhero-y as well, because they do it to help others, It's a really good book.
What age range would you say that was?
I would say, because the reading, I would say maybe like 8 to kind of 10.
Yeah.
Is where I'd place it, something like that.
And written by Alicia Dixon.
Yeah, and...
Gonna make you whine.
I
love her.
There's loads.
Oh, there's loads.
Yeah, so if you like the first one, you can... Yeah. And then when they get a bit older, we've got the Dork Diaries, which is a hit. I just bought the new Lottie Brooks book for Megs.
We love Lottie Brooks
as well. Yeah. And then finally, this book is also really cool as well for like the comic readers. This one is Dog Man, and this one is
Prim loves these.
Yeah, Big Jim
so
Begins.
Laura, yeah.
So it's kind of like when you don't really want like a heavy read, but it's more kind of visual, which I think sometimes you just fancy, don't you? Sometimes you don't always want a novel. So yeah, those are my top.
Oh, I love
top
that.
ones.
Great recommendations.
Amazing.
And side note, have you heard that Mystique are getting back together?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
They performed on BGT, didn't they?
Yes, they were amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like our childhood is just coming back around, and I'm
Which
so
I
here for
am
it.
loving. I think it's what we need. The world is going to shit. We just need the 90s back.
Amen to that.
Now, if any of you not judges have a recommendation for anything, TV, books, films, YouTube hacks, food, whatever it is, please drop us a line and share it with us. Sharing is caring, and we enjoy very much hearing from you. Now it's time for Between You and Me, where our lovely listeners share their dilemmas, problems, or anecdotes, and we offer a little unqualified advice in return. This is a tricky one, and we've all been there. Okay, now, first off, we have an email from Sally in Petersfield. Hi, ladies. I wonder if you've ever had this problem with your children. My son is at primary school and won't poo at school. It is the child. By the time I pick him up from school at 3:30, and this happens most days now, he is not only desperate for the toilet, but he's also in quite a lot of pain because he's holding in his poo all day. Oh, pop it. The toilets are grim at school, and I understand it's not the teacher's job to monitor them or clean them, but I hate seeing him like this, and I don't know how to help him. I know this can continue for some adults. My husband won't poo outside of our home, but I just think if you need to go, you need to go. Have you ever had any problems? Any suggestions?
Love her.
Poor little poppet.
That must be really uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
Make him feel really anxious. Yeah.
I suppose, like, having had similar issues in our household, I would say doing things maybe like going to other public toilets, whether it's like in a shopping centre or in a library or, I don't know, in a supermarket, you know, maybe start seeing if you can, even if it's just going for a wee in there, you know, maybe kind of start sort of, I don't know, acclimatizing him to kind of be
normality.
Yeah, like being in a toilet that's not, you know, not your own toilet at home. As with anything, they just need to get used to it. I remember being out with a friend's kid in the past, and they needed a wee, and had to be a wild wee because that was the only option. We've all done it. Okay. But she didn't know how to wild wee, like how to pull the pants forward and make sure you don't pee on your shorts or whatever. And so there was, you know, it didn't go very well, let's say. Yeah. But it's just practice because, you know, the more you wild wee, the easier it becomes.
The easier it gets.
And if you've got a she-wee like our Vicky, it's even better. Was it you that had the she-wee?
No, but I'd love one.
Isn't it? Why did I
Save
think
me
you had a
sandals,
she-wee?
I tell you.
Yeah, it would. Don't know why I thought that. I take that back. Sorry, Vix.
And also in school, I think it's like, it is not nice. The paper's not nice there. I think maybe sending him in with like some of those little like biodegradable wipe things and just, I think making it kind of a nicer experience for him. Maybe he can take his own tissue or like some antibac wipes if he's worried about the cleanliness of the toilet and stuff. And if it's getting that bad, because it can cause real issues holding on to your poo. So I think she won't be the first and won't be the last to go and talk to the teacher about it. And just, I don't know, maybe there can be something they can do when there is a bit of a quiet time and say, do you want to go and use it now? And like, you can take the time that you need and make him feel comfortable about it.
So I think maybe it might be worth having a chat with your son and finding out maybe what the problem is. Is it that he's worried that somebody might hear him go to the toilet? Is it that he's worried about the length of time that he's taking to go to the toilet? That people will then know that it's not just a wee. You know, talk to him about it. Because at that age, you know, when they're in primary school, everything feels like a big deal, doesn't it? So maybe he just needs to talk it out. And if it is a case of he's having difficulty going to the toilet, then it might be worth going to the doctor to see if there's something that can help the flow so that you can, you know, in the morning, if there's something that the doctor is able to give that can help the flow, he can sort of go to the toilet before school so he can have that, you know, that poo at home.
Change his poo schedule.
Yeah, so, you know, before he goes to school, he's sort of had that release, and that might help a bit too, hopefully.
Yeah. Give him an espresso in the morning. And then it'll just sort it right out. No, but you're right.
Like, and kind fag. Give him a fag. Have a fag and a coffee. Sort you right out.
Grand.
Really is the 90s, guys.
Girls, our unqualified is showing through in our advice.
But I just want to make a point, but a lot of like, if it is constipation issues as well, a lot of it at that age is they're just not drinking enough water as well. I didn't realise until you had like how important it is for your poop to drink lots of water. Making sure he's well hydrated when he comes home from school and in the morning, that might help things along as well. Yeah. Oh, bless him.
Oh, we really hope that helps, Sally. Sending lots of love.
Lots of love, yeah.
If there's a parenting drama or dilemma you want our unqualified advice on, then send us a DM or voice note on Instagram. You'll find us at I'm Not Judging But Pod. And don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube and Spotify. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Charlie and Vix. I love you guys.
Oh, I love you.
Next week, we have a very special grandmother coming on the pod, but we're not going to trail her, as every time we trail a guest, we jinx it. But stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll have an amazing guest on next week. Have a great week. See you later. Bye.